Hey everyone, it's Kai from Cool Collectibles, back again for another review. This time it's the Sideshow Collectibles 1/5 scale Skeletor from their Masters of the Universe statue range. For all your 1/6 scale figures and more, click the link in the description below to head on over to Sideshow Collectibles. They ship worldwide, so definitely check them out. Alright, so I got the He-Man statue late last year and absolutely loved it. So when I heard that they were shipping out the Skeletor early in 2017, I couldn't wait to get it, and it's finally here, and I do have to say it's even better than the He-Man statue in terms of sculpting detail, paint application. Pretty much every part of the statue I actually like more than He-Man, apart from maybe a couple of things related to the materials used for some of the pieces, but they're pretty minor nits to pick, to be honest, in the scheme of things. When you do unbox it, it does come in various parts. So of course this is the exclusive head sculpt, and you can swap it out for this more realistic portrait. So the exclusive is the sort of cartoon style head sculpt, whereas the regular version is, I guess, the more bone styled realistic take on the Skeletor. Now I guess when I was looking at the original prototype photos, I thought I'd be preferring the realistic one at the front here, but now that I have both in hand, I actually think I sort of like the cartoon style version just a little bit more on the figure, so I'll probably be keeping that for the display. As I was saying before, with when you unbox it, it does come with the headpiece off. This neck piece also is a separate piece with the cape, and there are a couple of pegs that you do need to push down into the shoulder areas after you put the pegs through the holes of the cape. The pegs are a little bit tricky to get in, at least they were on mine on the shoulders, but if you just use a bit of force, they will slide in there. So this neck piece is not metal, it's a softer sort of plastic that you can sort of see bending there, and so you can sort of stretch it apart a little bit just to make it fit in the holes a little bit better and squarer, so that when you push it in, they'll go in fairly well. The hand here on the left is a separate piece, and you can sort of see some of the sculpting and paint application detail there, which is pretty damn awesome. I love that. Now I guess some people have complained that once you put it on there, it sort of wobbles around a little bit. Mine's not too bad, to be honest. Probably not as bad as some of the ones I've seen, but for me, once you stick it in there with the magnet, it holds pretty tightly, and you know, I'm not going to be moving that around, so I don't really see too much of a problem with that part. The right hand here holds the staff, so comes with this tip on the end, so the hand here actually can move up and down the staff, which is a metal pole, which is nice. So you can move this up and down, and this staff head can also be rotated down to at least meet this joint here, which is what they showed on the prototype photos, and actually looks a lot better like this. I have seen a lot of collectors just sort of, even on the Sideshow sort of unboxing video, they sort of just place it on the top, and it does look a little bit unstable, because initially when you do put it on, it doesn't feel like it can go in all the way. So essentially what you really do need to do is just, because the tip here just rests on the base near his feet, you just sort of place it there, and then move this hand to roughly where you think it's going to be to magnetize in, like so. And then you can, once you've got that level, you can then just get the staff and just gradually rotate it side to side and push down, and it will go all the way in without any problem. So it was a lot easier on mine than I thought it would be, so thanks to some of the guys on the statue forum for giving me the tip for that. And there's the staff head there, just for a closer look. I love the detailing on that. The paint up on the globe here, it's not too bad. It does have a bit of a translucency to it, so it's got that nice effect. And the sort of ram's head silver dirt wash and so on is quite nice. So as I was saying before, the staff is metal, so there's no real risk of that bending or breaking or anything like that as you try and put the staff head on. So just go easy, and it should go in fairly well. And then you sort of just position the base near his feet and plug it in there, and it should rest nicely like that. So the only other thing that you really do need to do is with the cape. They do roll it up pretty badly in the packaging, so it comes out extremely wrinkled. So all I did was I just sprayed this sort of inner purple lining, and then I just used a sort of warm iron, not a super hot iron, but just on the lower setting for my iron, and I just gave it a few pushes, and it sort of straightened it out quite a bit. I probably could have done a little bit more, but in the scheme of things, I think it looks much better anyway than it did out of the box. So I have seen some collectors just sort of take it out and put it in there, and you really do see a lot of the wrinkles. Just take that 5 minutes and heat up your iron, and just spray it down a bit, and it should crease out quite well, and it does look a lot better that way. But the cape on the other side, so there are two layers. There's that sort of glossy inner sort of silk type material, and the outer side is more of a cotton, almost a coarse khaki type material. So you do get the dirt wash at the bottom there, and the various stitching and layering and so on. So it does sit quite nicely. And then of course you have his sword at the back there, which is just placed on a magnet in the hole there. Unfortunately, as I was saying, the He-Man version had or was pretty much metal, whereas this one is just plastic. Would have been nice if they were at least consistent in there and gave us a metal one just for that extra bit of quality. But overall, the sculpting detail on the sword and so on, and the sheath here is actually quite nice. So I really like the detail that they've put on that. And then you just stick it on via the magnet like so, just futs the cape around. The other details, all of these armor pieces are sort of soft plastic, or almost like a rubber material, so they do bend and flex, which is probably a good thing. Once you try and put this neck collar on, you'll see why that is a softer material. But it's painted really well, so you know, if you didn't know that and you were just looking at it, it does all look quite metallic. So I can't complain about that too much at all. And the overall sculpting detail, as I was saying, is pretty damn awesome. I mean, I love the detailing in the chest emblem, the straps around here with the spine look is really nicely done. Love the texturing on the skin and the black wash to really accentuate the musculature. The belt there, I'm not sure, I never knew really the sort of backstory, but that belt buckle sort of reminds me of Hordak more than anything. So I don't know, Skeletor and Hordak was his mentor or something like that. I'm not sure why he's wearing a belt buckle off him, and I guess the snakes are for the snake men. I can't really recall that much from the cartoon, to be honest. But overall, the sort of fantasy, more adult type styling of this series is really awesome. So I love the detailing in the shin armor there and the feet. The feet look pretty damn good too. People have complained about the base and I guess the lava here. In hand, I don't see too much of a problem. It's sort of like a softer material there as well, so be careful there that you don't try and snap that off or anything. But for the snake base itself, I love the sort of textured look, the cracks all the way through. So really overall, I can't complain about that too much at all. I love the orange sort of glow for the lava. I think it's going to complement the Evil-Lyn really well. And the snake head there looks pretty damn good too. So overall, I think this is one fantastic piece, and I can understand why Sideshow have such a larger edition size for this version. I think for the exclusive version there were, I think it was a 2000 edition. I can't remember. I think the edition number is on the bottom of the base, so I can't remember what it is. 551 or something that I got. And even the regular version is upwards of 4,000, I think. So there's plenty to go around. So I think the exclusive is now on the wait list, but I have heard that some are converting. So if you do want this exclusive head sculpt, which I think is really, really nice, I would definitely jump on that wait list. So I'm not sure if you can see some of that detailing in there. And then you pretty much just use these pretty strong magnets, really, and just clip that alternate head sculpt on to give him that almost like the movie look from the Dolph Lundgren days. But it does look pretty damn fantastic no matter which head sculpt you pick. I'm not sure if there's any sculpting details on the back that are worth showing. So you see, oh, there's actually quite a lot. So you see the rear armor there coming back through. So lots of awesome detail. So there is the option of displaying him without the cape. And if you're in for a more cartoon look, you might want to do that. I did go without the cape for He-Man because it did make him look a bit like Thor almost. But with the details on this Skeletor, it looks pretty damn awesome without the cape as well, to be honest. But I think for my display I will keep the cape on. So that's pretty much it for the new Sideshow Skeletor statue. If you're a fan of Motu, they've announced She-Ra now. So people were a bit worried about Evil-Lyn being the last one in the series, but with She-Ra, hopefully they do Hordak as well, and I really do hope they continue on and make the other characters from their premium art print with the likes of Man-at-Arms, Merman, Beastman. I would love, even Trapjaw, I would love those guys in this sort of more realistic sort of fantasy style. So hopefully they do continue this line all the way through for the next few years. So that's pretty much it. Hopefully you liked that quick look at the new Skeletor. Hopefully you can click that subscribe button. I've got, I think the next big thing coming through will be the Bandai Soul of Jokoken GX71 Voltron. So hopefully you can subscribe and stay tuned for that. Thanks again, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Cheers. Bye.